This is a judge that should be disbarred. This is a judge that should be out of office. This is a judge that some people say could be charged criminally for what he's doing. He's interfering with an election, and it's a disgrace. Thank you very much.
Mr. Trump, why do you want to be here?
That was Donald Trump attacking the judge presiding over the case, Judge Engoron. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. What you just watched took place during the lunch break of the civil trial that has just commenced in the New York Attorney General's civil fraud case against Donald Trump. Before trial started, Donald Trump gave a press conference where he essentially admitted to the fraud that he was being accused of in the case. Then during a lunch break, Donald Trump attacked the judge, called Judge Engoron a criminal, said the judge should be disbarred. That is how desperate Donald Trump is. In this next clip, Donald Trump says that the judge is a Democratic operative. Play this clip.
Violent crime that's being committed in our city and our state is disgraceful, and we're going to be here for months with a judge that already made up his mind. It's ridiculous. He's a Democrat judge, he's an operative, and it's ridiculous. Other than that, things went very well.
What are you going to have for lunch?
Will you come back after lunch, Mr. Trump?
Probably.
Well, none of this seems to be getting to Judge Engoron. You can see Judge Engoron right here. There are cameras allowed in the courtroom, not for the trial itself, but at the beginning of the trial, during the breaks, cameras have been able to record what's going on. That's how we get you that feed right there. And that's Judge Engoron right there. And in typical Donald Trump projection and confession fashion, here he is saying during the lunch break that he was the person who was actually defrauded. Play the clip.
It's a disgraceful trial put forward by an attorney general who's corrupt. We have murders going all over the city, all over the state at a record level. It's an epidemic, and they waste their time on this with banks that were very happy. They got all their money back. They weren't defrauded. I've been defrauded. With a judge that ruled that a building, that a property is worth $18 million, when in fact it's worth over $1 billion, probably $1.5 billion, it may be worth anything. When many properties which I sold are worth much more than were listed in the financial statements.
So what transpired at trial already? Well, opening statements were given. The New York Attorney General's office said, follow the documents, read Donald Trump's deposition. They played portions of the depositions where Donald Trump says that he doesn't review his statement of financial conditions. Eric Trump says he's not responsible for the statement of financial conditions. Don Jr. said that he's not responsible for the statement of financial conditions. And then the New York Attorney General's office showed the statement of financial conditions, showed the valuations that the Trumps gave the properties when they wanted lower property taxes, and then when they wanted to get favorable bank loans. What was Donald Trump's argument? Well, he blamed my co-host, who's a key witness in this case. Michael Cohen said that the state's case rests on Michael Cohen. They tried to attack Michael Cohen's reputation. They called Michael Cohen a liar. Michael Cohen will be a key witness in this case, and I'm excited to interview Michael Cohen on the show Political Beatdown about everything that is going on. And then before the trial took place, Donald Trump gave a press conference where, again, he essentially admitted to the underlying fraud he was accused of. Play this clip.
They have one property that's worth anywhere from 50 to 100 times what this judge put down as a value. Put down a value $18 million, and the property's probably worth could be anywhere from 50 to 100 times more than that. And a lot of those numbers could even be low. We have other properties, the same thing, so he devalued everything. I didn't even put in my best asset, which is the brand, in terms of value. Coca-Cola, take a look at their value. They have a value. The value of their brand is more than everything else put together. My brand is extremely valuable. I didn't even use it in my financials. If I wanted to build up a financial statement, I would have built it up by using brand in addition to everything else. We have the greatest properties We have among the greatest properties in the world, and I have to go.
I know a lot of you watching are entrepreneurs. You run your own business, and I run a business too. So I know how hard it is to manage your numbers, manage the trends, manage the market, and budget everything. But not every business is in the dark. Because of our sponsor today, NetSuite. 36,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system, streamlining accounting, financial management, inventory, HR, and more. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less, close their books in days, not weeks, and drive down costs. 1. Because your business is one of a kind. So you get a customized solution for all your KPIs, your key performance indicators, in one efficient system with one source of truth. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. Everything you need all in one place. The power of having all of this information in one place to make better decisions is truly unprecedented. And the offer that NetSuite provides has been a total game changer for my business, and I know it will be for yours as well. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free at netsuite.com/Meidas. That's netsuite.com/Meidas to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/Meidas. And it should be noted, I've said this before, let me say it again, Judge Engoron has not ruled about what the valuation of Trump's properties are. The judge isn't an independent tax appraiser. The judge, Engoron, simply looked at what the tax appraisals were, looked at Trump's stipulated amounts for what Trump said the valuation is. So take Mar-a-Lago, for example. Trump said the valuation of Mar-a-Lago is less than $26.6 million when he wanted to get favorable property taxes, which he secured. And Donald Trump argued that he has all of these historical easements and encumbrances, so I want to pay less property taxes. And then when Donald Trump wanted to inflate the valuation to get out favorable bank loans, Donald Trump increased the valuation of the property and essentially in his own mind removed the encumbrances of it. So by Donald Trump saying that the property is worth $1 billion, which would be what, like 4,000% more than the appraised value, he's basically stipulating to the underlying liability there. This is New York Attorney General Letitia James before trial commenced. Play the clip.
Good morning, everyone. Donald Trump and the other defendants have committed persistent and repeated fraud. Last week, we proved that in our motion for summary judgment. Today, we will prove our other claims. My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law. And it is my responsibility and my duty and my job to enforce it. The law is both powerful and fragile. And today in court, we will prove our case. I thank you all for being here. And again, justice will prevail. Thank you.
Also, during the morning session of trial, the judge had to explain to Donald Trump that he and his lawyers waived jury trial because they didn't check the box about requesting a jury. So Donald Trump got to learn that his lawyer, Alina Habba, didn't request a jury trial. That's the reason why you have Judge Engoron presiding over this as a bench trial and not a jury trial. Also, you had Judge Engoron reject as out of hand Donald Trump's lawyer's argument that this is a political persecution, and Judge Engoron said absolutely not. It would be a dereliction of the duty of New York Attorney General Letitia James not to pursue this civil fraud case. So folks, what is being determined at this trial, since partial summary judgment was already granted on the first cause of action, resulting in the cancellation of the business licenses and the dissolution of the Trump organization, is the monetary damages, the disgorgement, and some other remedies, including ban banning the Trumps from doing further business in New York. I expect there, over the course of this trial as it concludes, to be a judgment in the amount of several $100 million. You see how desperate and angry Donald Trump is. Next up, we believe Donald Trump will be testifying. We'll keep you posted on Donald Trump's testimony, which I think will take place over the course of many, many days. So stay tuned, folks. Make sure you subscribe so you're up to date on all of the breaking news here. Hit subscribe and check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Have a great day.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.